think Airwalkers are the best team that have come through that stage. I think, I like, as a team, maybe not individually. I think there are individually better teams that did come through the wild card, or better players, sorry. But I think, as a team, Airwalkers the strongest. And I think, definitely, though we haven't seen the peak of a lot of the Grand League teams that they're going to be playing against, better than some of them.
Yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate, and it's something we should have touched on before we got into pick ban, potentially, between Airwalkers and Solary, is that Solary's permaban does just appear to be dive. They've kind of done it in both stages as well. They just pick a map and they're like, we're never practicing this, and they just ban it away. Unfortunately for Airwalkers, dive also kind of seemed to be their secret weapon. They're like, oh, you have to ban this against us or it's going to be a problem. It's just lined up really well for Solary in this match.
Man. Predictions... Oh, okay. Well, they were very one-sided towards Airwalkers. Now it's evened up a little bit, but we've got Edge first into GeForce for Airwalkers, and my lord, they look very good on that map. Yeah. Twisted, Surf, Cosmos, Tempest, and then Tubes the Decider. This should be really good. This is going to be such a banger series.
Both teams,
everyone knew what they wanted.
What was going on?
I think probably these are two of the most prepared teams in the competition. I think that is the scariest part about it.
I don't know how prepped Solary looked. But given the hype, they obviously won. They obviously looked good, but it's Carl Jr. and Pac. Like, they're both really, really good players. So I'm not sure they were prepared in the sense that they're anywhere near the potential that they could be playing at yet.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But maybe they'll sandbag and go into the playoffs tomorrow just to get more practice. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
But either way, I mean, like, I do think this is gonna be an incredibly close matchup. I think obviously everybody knows Solary, and they know how good they are. I don't think everybody knows how good Airwalkers actually are. They are very good.
Well, very good. Yes, they are an incredibly
strong
team.
I was talking to Epos, not Wizzy. That's my bad.
Well, clown behavior from Twiggy, as expected.
Yeah, absolute clown behavior. I'm sorry. I've made a serious and repeated error in my judgment.
Mm-hmm. And you can't even get the quote right. Honestly, it's disastrous all around.
Why would I want... I've seen that video once in my life. I would never want to watch it again. It's been pushed out of my mind by the ukulele apology.
Understandable. We're going to be kicking things off on Edge. I'm excited for this one. It is, I think, still, I've said it before, I'll say it again, probably my favorite map in the map pack. And we get to watch Carl Jr. and Pac take on Wizzy and Stuffs for a spot in the World Championship. It all starts here.
Yeah, I know both of their logos are pretty much just circles, but you have to bear with us on that one. Pac and Carl Jr. now looking for a way to keep Airwalkers at bay. And luckily, we've got black and white skins here. And look, we've got some people. We've got people.
Twiggy,
look at them.
Twiggy, don't laugh. It's just, they gotta get a new pick, man.
Please, man, please do an actual photo shoot. Oh man, stop photoshopping the same face on. It must be a running joke at this point. Like they must be doing it on purpose. Like there's no way. Either way.
Funny.
Oh man, we're starting things off with a very close round already. Stuffed battling with Pac at the start of this one. Wizzy back here. Carl Jr.
Oh,
trying
that's
to get
a mistake.
This one done, and oh dear. Fallen off now. Carl Jr. is going to push on forward. Can Pac get first place here? It's going to come down to the wire. Oh, I thought he was off. Stuff does manage to get to the end, but looking a little shaky.
Oh, this is going to be such a good match, goddamn. That is 68,000th between them. I mean, it would have been even better if it had been, 1,000th more, but we'll take it. And it was literally just down to that final platform. It looks like Stuffed had the speed, just couldn't hold the line into the finish line.
Yeah, well, now we're going to once again see... I mean, look, here's the thing, right? Airwalkers obviously the less kind of experienced players coming into this, but in this map pack specifically, you can tell they practiced so hard for this one. I mean, like, hours upon hours of practice into this map pack, and despite the fact Stuffs is having a difficult time this round, the times that they've been setting so far and the consistency that they've had has been really, really good. Difficult to find that on Edge, for sure. But yeah, no, I think this is going to go down. Oh, wow. That's, I mean, it still makes it. Good recovery.
Sure. Still just about managing to stay on track as Pac and Carl Jr. have taken the lead. Stuffs has respawned again. Fully out of this round. Will not make an impact. And you gotta trust Carl Jr. and Pack with a lead like this to have the experience, to have the level heads, to be able to take this to the end for an ace.
Yeah, it does seem that way. They should just follow each other in a straight line up to that finish line. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, absolutely. Wizzy not able to catch up. There was no way that was happening. And I was staying in the 104s here with the best times, which is good. It's, again, not groundbreaking. You can definitely beat that. Airwalkers, I don't know. I can't remember seeing Airwalkers on this map too often, so I don't know if they specifically have the PBs to beat that, but it's in them.
Yeah, I feel like Pac definitely lifted at the end there. Carl Jr. started to catch a lot and didn't seem to be pushing very hard. And again, that's what we're talking about. When we talk about experience of these players, when we talk about they know what to do in this format, in these rounds, they know what it takes to win at the top level. Solary definitely can do it. What a time for that to happen.
Huh? Right, sure.
The issue is, look, they're not infallible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when they get into a clear top 2, they're probably going to be able to carry it through. They're not in a clear top 2 in this round, and in fact, they're going to be falling even further behind as Carl Jr. hits a wall a little bit as well.
Yeah, Stuffs and Wizzy in a perfect position to get back some of those points. Not all of them. Wizzy!
Don't see people fall off that edge very often.
No. That's, yeah, okay, cool. Well, he's still in 3rd place. I think. No, he's actually way further back. Never mind. I saw a car zoom by and I was like, that's probably Wizzy. No. Very far back. That checkpoint is not forgiving whatsoever, but Stuffed still in 1st place can limit the damage of Wizzy falling all the way back to 4th here. Just gets it safely through. 2 seconds. The gap should be absolutely fine. Goes a little inside there on that, but it's good enough. Look, if it counts, it counts, and a 104.6 is very much good enough to get that round done. It would have won last round as well, in fact, but it's only the draw for Airwalkers.
Yeah, that will be still Solary sitting 4 points in the lead. And if there's the mistakes from Solary probably going to be relatively few and far between. So taking full advantage of them when possible could end up being very important. This is their map pick. It's not the end of the world if you drop behind, if you are Airwalkers. But it'd still be nice to see them putting a little bit more pressure in poor rounds on Solary.
Yeah. Well, see how that works out. Again, Airwalkers, I'm not sure this is a map that they're very comfortable on whatsoever, so I don't think we're seeing, you know, the full story in terms of whether whether they can win this series versus Solary. You know, a 6-2 scoreline is not quite the full story here, but this round is looking a lot better from all players involved. It's looking like a clean round altogether. Now Stuffed's in 1st place for the time being. That could all change here on the turnaround, and it is neck and neck between them and Pack.
Stuffed's carrying good speed, but losing it all through that drift, as everyone does, means Pack holds on to that lead for the time being. All 4 players are within half a second at the moment. Pack still holds that lead. Stuffed from close behind is going to be chasing all the way to the finish line. Stuffed's again just a little bit further to the right there. Means not able to catch Pack, but it's the same thing. Stuffed carries very good speed onto that final platform, ends up a little bit further to the right, kind of as a result, and so just can't quite convert that speed into a snipe.
Yeah, I think that genuinely is, like, risk versus reward, right? Is do I set myself up better for the reactor, or do I, like, pull more speed into the reactor? And, yeah, no, like, I don't think there's really a way you can make a decision that's going to work perfectly for you there. Hacker's had a slowdown there, I think, will not make it across those speed checks, and yeah, has to full respawn that one. Luckily, not the worst respawn you can have on this map, so shouldn't go further than, well, 6 seconds. That's pretty bad, actually. Never mind. But Carl Jr. now in 1st place, trying to hold on to this one. You got to rate their ability too. It's just whether or not Stuffed and Wizzy can get that overtake done now.
I mean, trying to overtake Carl Jr. under pressure. Going to be tough. And Stuffed is the player to respawn on that one. Might still be in front of Pack, but that's going to be close. Keep an eye on the scoreboard as they hit the next checkpoint. Carl Jr. still holding this lead over Wizzy. Pack has, in fact, overtaken Stuffed, and it's not close. As Carl Jr. looks to carry this one all the way through, and if Pack can hold on to 3rd, that's it. That's the map. We move on to map 2. That's a good finish. Carl Jr. in 1st. Pack rounds the final corner as well, and is going to be moving to map 2. Solary take a pretty clean map 1. It's the final score, 10-4.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, pretty much every top time there was a 104. You know, 104.6, 104.9, kind of that area. So the consistency is there. obviously errors coming through from Solary, more than you'd expect for Solary, but again, they've had less practice on these maps than, or well, less match time practice on these maps than a lot of the other teams have, so it's still impressive, and that is their map pick, but we'll see how Airwalkers do on their map pick. I think that's going to be a better kind of judge of how this series is going to go. Again, a lot of the times we've seen teams have these kind of 3 or 4 maps that they're really good at, and try to kind of go shot for shot with other teams and go, okay, you win your map pick, we'll win our map pick, and it goes all the way until somebody takes somebody else's map pick, which is usually around map 5 or 6.
Yeah. And we will be moving on, Twiggy, to GeForce. Onto Hamster Map. And, well, both of these teams, they both got wheels in their logo. So, yeah. I don't know who's going to be best
in
on
a
the
way.
wheel. The hamster wheel.
The hamster wheel, of course. Because
I think I'm stretching it here, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
It'll be fine.
Hold on, where's the cricket soundboard thing? Hold on.
No, you don't need that. No, you don't need that. Twiggy, it's okay. You don't need that. No, I don't think you need that.
Yeah, but I kind of do, though.
Okay, fair enough. I'll just, cast this match and, well, okay. My feelings are officially hurt. Carl Jr. gets a solid start here. Stuffed settles into second place. Pack is in third, but really, all to play for as we head into these first couple of turns. Pack a little bit slower through it, and Carl Jr. slides out totally. Means Carl Jr. going to be essentially out of this round, and Stuffed and Wizzy could get the dream start on GeForce.
Yeah, and exactly. Obviously, they want... I mean, the thing is, if they do better than Solary did on their map pick, things start to get, that a little bit more intense between the two teams, because Airwalkers have proven not only are they good enough to beat Solary on certain maps, but they are good enough to do better on their own map picks, and that's a very confident kind of way to go into the rest of the series. Obviously, it doesn't make a difference in the overall standings of the series, but it's good for confidence. Confidence plays a massive role in these kind of games.
Pack was so late dropping off the sign there. Yeah. Wizzy gets such better speed. Pack, though, landing a little bit earlier, will retain that speed. It'll be so close all the way to the line. Pack goes low. What a snipe from Pack, dropping off that second sign so early.
25,000, but more importantly, Stuffed 112.215, a new world record from Stuffed there immediately. First round that we play here. Unbelievable stuff.
I mean, I was so focused on that battle for second place, and
that was the important part of the round.
Look. But goddamn Stuffed.
Yeah, that's definitely scary if you're Solary a little bit. It's gonna make you a little worried about this map specifically, at least. If Airwalkers can just bring that up in the first round, that's you got to rate that they can do it several rounds more in this one. And I do want to see if Stuffs, after he warms up into the map a little more, is able to smash that out of the park. It's possible. I think actually no, it's not just possible. I think we will see a 111 by the end of the World Championship.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's I think almost goes without saying, but I'm glad you said it, because it's good to have these predictions out in the open. Will Pack be a little bit quicker off this sign this time around? Will Pack potentially be too quick based on prior experience?
In fact, from Wizzy,
Pack is a little bit slow once again, and I don't think Pack is in range to snipe this one. Stuffed and Wizzy
Stuffs again
looking for an ace. Stuffed is going so fast, and it's another world record. It's a 112 and 21 thousandths. Wizzy only 4 tenths behind. All 4 players PB'd. One of them has the world record, though.
2 in a row.
God damn.
2 tenths.
Okay, no, you know what? We're not just seeing a 111 by the end of the World Cup. We're seeing a 111 in this map.
Hey, we're seeing this. How about this round? How do you feel about this round?
Very possibly. I'm not, genuinely. Okay, I've taken note of what the last split would be for that. I think if you get to last split of 102.1, it will be a 111. We will see.
Now, is Wizzy just drive? Is everyone really quick right now, or is
I think so. Yeah. I think everyone is really quick, because last round I was like, this is this just looks like a really good.
Oh dear!
Overcooked it. Tried to go for too much speed there. I think maybe a little overconfident on that one. Really pushed the line on that one, and oh well, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, and I think Pack and Carl Jr. have already been affected hard enough by those 2 world records that they are also making mistakes now. And Wizzy is just so much better on this identity. Oh, maybe not. A little too low there. Never mind. Again, overcooked. I think Airwalkers maybe biting off a little more than they can chew.
Yeah, confidence
the,
maybe
mindset
going to their
down.
heads a little bit. It's gone poorly.
A little bit.
It's
Little
gone
bit.
poorly.
And they wouldn't have even had to set an insane time that round
No.
either to get an ace. A 112.6 is not unreal whatsoever. We've seen a lot of those. But, oh well, you live and you learn for Airwalkers, I think. They just need to, maybe, look, you're playing against Solary. World record, maybe save it for when you're playing against GXP later. Or, well, if you lose the series playing against GXP, because obviously if they win this, they're not even going to play any more games until the finals, so.
Yep.
It would be high stakes
No,
games all
let's
way
bring
to
the hype
end.
back. I think Stuffed can get a world record while driving the safe finish. Twiggy, Twiggy, the energy, Twiggy, it's gonna happen. Stuffed is gonna be so far ahead that Stuffed can drive the safe finish and get a world record. I don't think it's happening. Oh no!
Yeah, I'm
Do you
sorry.
know how bad this is for my ego?
That's why, look, you've got to have it, you know, punched down into the ground every now and then.
that's
That's
fair.
what. Look, that's what I do. I
you're all
just
safe.
I build up my ego and then I lower it. It's like I was gonna say it's like bulimia, but for
Oh, Jesus
but
Christ.
for your ego. But that's
Nope,
like
nope,
that's a very odd way of putting
Yep,
it. I think.
nope.
Either way, Stuffed well out ahead once again. We'll see what this split is gonna look
I
like
think
because.
that's pretty fast.
It looks pretty fast so far. In fact, oh, okay, it's going to be very close to his world record. Very close. That was about the split he set before his last world record. I'm predicting a 112.08. Oh, 112.11. Pretty decent. Only the draw, though. And again, the thing is, Carl Jr. and Pack are just so consistent on this one that despite the fact that they don't have the speed to get stuffed, they're still getting within, you know, half a second generally every single round. So it's scary now because Wizzy needs to push every single time, and we saw what happened when both of them pushed.
Yeah.
They gave away an ace.
Overpushed. I mean, even if they continue doing what they're doing, right, you're putting the pressure on Solary, who are the teamer behind, but there's no pressure on Solary now. That's
Full
Wizzy
respawn,
into the
that's a
void.
lot.
And Carl Jr. and Pac then get to chase
Well,
down
Stuff's
Stuffed.
time to set another world record.
Stuffed has looked
gotta pull it out now.
monstrous. Stuffed has been cooking so far,
I think
but
that's the
has
thing,
lost
right?
once on this bobsleigh. So just hold on, Twiggy. We'll talk about it in a second. Does Stuffed survive the bobsleigh? Yes.
Right, as I was going to say,
Stuffed doesn't survive.
Well, okay, that's just unfortunate. The backside is a bit, you know, that's unfortunate. But Stuff's not made a mistake under pressure yet.
Well-
Has made a mistake of his own hubris, maybe.
Yeah.
Trying to go for a world record in that last round that he lost. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Star Atlee, you need to do 5 push-ups because you cursed Stuffed. That's how this works. It's a transaction in this one.
They finished?
I like how I said your full name like I'm reading it out, like I don't know you.
Uh-oh. You're not making that. Carl's not making that.
Make it! Oh dear, Stuffed is there. Wizzy has respawned, but oh no, Carl.
What?
Carl.
A throw. Carl Jr., of all players, has pulled the Henkin.
Oh no.
Did that yesterday.
That was their opportunity.
Should have been a 2-point lead for Solary. Should have jumped to 7 points. Instead, Airwalkers sit on track point. Solary sit 1 point behind. Bit of a disaster.
Eminem would be disappointed. He had one chance, one opportunity.
Okay, yeah.
And he let it slip.
Makes sense. All right, Airwalkers. That's that lifeline has been thrown at them with such force that I don't know. Maybe they've been knocked unconscious because they really should be behind right now.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. And like every round you give Stuffs another opportunity to set another world record is just scary at this point. Right now, on par with a lot of these other players. Oh my god, everybody has a bit of a scary turn there, but it's all good. Everything incredibly close. It's going to be tight up to the very end at this point. There's really nowhere else that you can make a massive mistake. It's all going to be down to the lines here in the identity. Stuffed enters 2/10 ahead of the second place player. Wizzy has fallen down into third place in the meantime, but we're getting to the final 2 checkpoints here. Stuffs gets a good line, Pac gets a good line, Wizzy gets a good line, and Carl Jr. gets a good line. It's now all going to be very down to this final turn here. Stuffs enters it first place. Pac is going through. Wizzy looking for an overtake on Pac, not able to get it. Stuffs gets to 112.4. Another solid time. Again, nobody on Solary has beaten that so far in this map. So that is perfect for them. They get the round win. What a good round.
That was a gorgeous round, honestly. Just near flawless from all 4 players. And all very good times as well.
Yeah.
The position it's left Solary in, though, is that they need an ace. And Stuffed is in this match still.
Against anyone but Airwalkers, I feel like Solary would have absolutely... Well, or maybe BPP as well. But apart from that, they probably would have smashed anyone else out of the water with the consistency that they've been having so far in terms of setting times around 112.5. It's not good enough against Stuffed. Unlucky.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate truth of the matter. Stuffed and Wizzy have just looked great, and they just need one player in the top 2. Both players in front of Pack at the moment, but there goes Stuffed, and all of a sudden Wizzy is in the battle wheel to wheel with Pack, and it's up to Wizzy to overtake one of Carl Jr. or Pack and get the win on this map, or Solary move up 2 maps to 0. Twiggy, it's the identity.
Wizzy has made more mistakes under pressure than Stuffed has by a long way, and now just needs to get it done this time around. Has been quicker on the identity, but does that mean that no mistakes are going to come on through? Needs to make up 1/10 here in this final turn, but Pack is pulling away slowly through this one. They both go for it here. Carl Jr. and Pack, they're both good. Pack gets a little bounce at the end, but it's enough, and Solary take map 2 by the skin of their teeth.
Heartbreak for Airwalkers. Multiple world records. A 112 nearly flat from Stuffed. And at the end of it all, it means absolutely nothing. As Solary walk away with a 10-9 map win and a 2-map lead in the match. That is legitimately potentially backbreaking for Airwalkers, right? I mean,
genuinely, yeah.
That is the kind of thing that just throws you off your game for the rest of a match.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much any team that we've seen lose their map pick has lost the series. Like, generally, over the course of it. We've had one series, I think we've watched, where it wasn't the case, where each team won a opposite map pick. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. And if any team can bring it back, it is Airwalkers. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's really not a good position to be in whatsoever.
And this is now on to Twisted. This map is picked by Solary, and I've said it a few times. The speed slides on this map, they're largely irrelevant when it comes down to competitive rounds, because all they really do is connect tech sections together. We expect at this level all of the players are going to be nailing them. And now that means that you are just versus Pack and Carl Jr. on tech. Good luck.
Yeah, that is the problem with maps like this, is that you're pretty much just, giving a home ground advantage to the team with just more experience in competition and in Trackmania. Obviously, Wizzy and Stuffed are very good on this kind of map as well, but Pack and Carl Jr. are another breed.
Yeah,
like they always have been.
Airwalkers are keeping up though in round 1. This is incredibly close.
I mean, as I say that, I'm eating my words already.
Yeah, I mean, full credit to Wizzy and Stuff. That's the first mistake. Wizzy didn't touch the wall there, I don't think. No, maybe a slight wheel, lost a bit of speed, but not much. He's still very much in the mix.
You're already going into the turn at 90 degrees. I feel like a touch of the wall doesn't actually lose you much speed. It just makes the gear a little awkward. That's about it. Pack and Carl Jr., though, have eked out just about a first and second place for themselves in this one, and much better on that final turn as well. Pack sets a 103.988 to start things, and I'm getting a little bit of deja vu from GeForce here.
I mean, and be nervous about the fact that for neither player was that a PB as well, Like, Pack has gotten closer to Gwen's or Binks' world record than that time. They are really quick on this. Airwalkers, again, like you said in the last map on GeForce, there was rounds that against any other team, Solary would have won them. I think against almost any other team left in the competition, Airwalkers probably win that round. But they lose 3 points instead.
Yeah, exactly. Solary, I think it's starting to set in that they are just, always have been and continue to be, even if they don't seem to be as well prepared with this map pack as Airwalkers, just better players. Like, insanely good players.
People were joking yesterday after the match, it's like, fun watching Solary's map discovery there, seeing them learn the maps. But, they kind of already look a bit better than yesterday.
Exactly. That's how
looking
quickly,
great.
How quickly they've learned. Yeah, and here's the thing. Now Airwalkers are starting to get, maybe not panicked, but they're starting to push to try and overtake Solary. They're trying to, take 110% into it. And what happens when you go over 100% is you crash into a wall.
The engines,
more often than not.
Can they take it, Captain?
Thank you for the. Was that supposed to be like a Scottish?
No,
You
I
just, like,
deliberately
kind of-
didn't even attempt the Scottish
Yeah,
accent part
exactly.
of
You
it.
just said you used Scottish
I
lingo
simply
with an
said
Irish
it.
accent.
Yes.
That was wild. That was cursed.
The engines can't take it, Captain.
Oh, thanks, Shrek.
There we go.
That was full on Michael Myers. Mike
What
Myers,
if
sorry,
Shrek
not
was in
Michael
Star
Myers.
Trek?
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I said at the top of this match that, you know, I kind of reckoned Wizzy and Stuff's maybe it'd be kind of nameplates off type business, that it wouldn't matter that it was specifically Pac and Carl Jr. that they were playing up against. But now down 2 maps and on a map that definitely you do expect Solary to be very good at, I think we
Yeah.
are starting to see a little bit of that nerviness. You know, it's not really full nerves. It's not panic, as you said as well, but it is just like, God, we need to push, because if we don't push, we're going to lose these rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing is, Solary are not sweating, right? They
Yeah.
they're obviously trying, but they're not trying as hard as Airwalkers by a long way. Wizzy can't quite get the overtake done. Again, it's just that their regu times are not good enough. They're not good enough. It's a great round. Every player within almost 1/10 of each other, but it's just Solary outmatching them. They're just so quick, especially on a map like this, which is there are no surprises. It is just tech with a little bit of funny elevation change.
Yeah, it's
And a couple of full speed turns. That's about it.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, like you kind of see Carl Jr. not really engaging with the you know, any attempt at a speed slide there or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, yeah, I'll just get to the tech and beat you there. So it's working. Wizzy has dropped to 3rd place. Pac and Carl Jr., they're going to 12-0 on Twisted. And I would genuinely say maybe get used to this site against a lot of the teams in this competition for Solary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is, right, Airwalkers is one of the best teams that came out of the wild card by a pretty significant margin. I think obviously we kind of got towards a stage where a lot of the teams were as good as each other, but I think Airwalkers Robbers kind of had that. Airwalkers Robbers and BPP kind of had that edge over everyone else, and yeah, I think get used to this kind of site. Solary, insane there. A PB for Carl Jr., 103.988.
Is that exactly the same time that Pac set in round 1? Or did Pac set a 103.998? Either
Something
way,
like that.
Really, really similar to the time the Pac set early on.
I mean, that's just insanely impressive from Solary. I mean, look, here's the thing. No world records from them. So
No.
Airwalkers have still had...
G1 were really, really good yesterday. So Airwalkers are the only team, as you say, to set a world record in this match.
Airwalkers, I think, undoubtedly are going to get 2nd seed in this group. I think there is no way that GXP are going to beat Airwalkers.
Yeah.
But, like, it just shows that the gaps between all the teams we have here are really insane. It's going to be a really difficult fight going through those playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely still back Airwalkers to make it to LAN. Because it's 3-0, but it's maybe been a little bit closer than 3-0 on the scoreboard.
And look,
implies.
okay, we're going on to Airwalkers map once again here. And despite the fact, obviously, it is match map for Solary, Airwalkers, I don't think, have anything to lose. They're going to give everything to the very end on this one, even if it does mean that it's a 4-0. It's not humiliating fashion whatsoever. I mean, they have really fought the whole way through, and they're playing against 2 of the best players in the world by a long shot. Yeah. I think it shows that, despite the fact that, obviously I think Stuffs and Wizzy would even say themselves that, Pac and Carl Jr. are just better players overall than them. Preparation matters a lot, because Airwalkers have brought the fight to them and made Solary work. Obviously not insanely hard for a lot of the wins that they've had, but they've worked. Yeah. They've definitely been pushed further than I thought than they probably thought they would be.
Yeah, and well, Pac is looking to maybe get the overtake done. Pac looked really, really good on Surf yesterday. He's looking really good again. Is sitting in front of Stuffed now. Final turn. Pac is going to get pipped to the line by Stuffed. No!
Oh, no, he isn't!
What do you mean?
Oh, no, he isn't!
I have been baited by the scoreboard. It told me that 13,000s.
5 push-ups.
The scoreboard told me that Pac was 13,000s behind. It lied to me.
All right. Yeah, but you said the words.
All right. I'll do 5 push-ups at the end. Pac wins the round and got within 1/10 of the world record.
And 1/10 for exactly. 2 players got within 1/10 of the world record there.
Yeah.
Man, these two
nuts.
teams are so good.
They're so good. Airwalkers played better, I think, than GXP did yesterday against Solary. GXP still picked up 2 maps. And yeah,
I think that was mostly because Solary were not prepared.
But that's it. Like Solary,
the map pool, yeah.
just kind of have improved since yesterday. That's the fact of the matter.
You can tell they look confident now. Like confident to the point of like Max Verstappen confident. You know, like yeah. I don't really need to actually try.
Yeah.
It's cool. We can just do it now. And yeah, I think the fact that like they're not saying insane times or anything like that. They're not saying world records, but they don't seem to be wanting to.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately for Airwalkers, one of the maps that GXP did beat Solary on yesterday was GeForce. And that appears to have annoyed Solary, who take it away from Airwalkers in the cruelest fashion possible.
Like, that's the thing, right? Their regu times on GeForce was so good.
That's a world record.
That's a world record.
God.
By a 10th from Stuffs,
who
win
now
the
has map this time, please.
Stuffs to set 3 world records today.
Just win the map this time, I'm begging you.
Oh my god, man. No, I mean, this is the way it always is.
Yeah.
You remember the Challenger League, both seasons? Anyone who set a world record lost the map. That's just how it is.
That's true. It's unfortunate, but that's the way of the world. Stuffs will be potentially dropping into the lower bracket alongside Wizzy here, but Pack and Carl Jr., I don't think their place at this World Championship in Montpellier has ever really felt in any doubt, even before we entered this stage. It is still Pack and Carl Jr. There's a mystique around the names there that comes from being a team with 6 World Championships between them. Just don't look at the split.
Whoa!
This round, though.
Don't look at the fact that Pack has fallen completely off the map.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's fine.
Airwalkers have a route back into this. Hey, I said earlier, I mean, Airwalkers are a team that could reverse sweep. Is it likely? Or not even close. But, I mean, you never know. You really do never know in this kind of competition, especially with Stuffed on fire, obviously. I don't know what he ate for breakfast, but my lord, that might... Oh, it's very close to a new world record. I think that... No, it wouldn't have been a world record, but it would have been within, what, 300ths of the world record previously?
Yeah.
So... Wow, amazing time. Pack, doesn't even...
The boss.
Getting a run-up? Getting a run-up for the finish there? Oh, dear. But yeah, no, 4-4 the scoreline now. It's possible.
It is
Airwalkers
possible.
at the very least can take back this map.
You gotta start the reverse sweep somewhere, right? And don't give up until it's actually over. It's 4-4, it's 3-0 in maps to Solary, and if nothing else, I think Airwalkers would like to be able to say that they made God bleed, right? Taking one map away from Solary would feel good.
Yeah. Somebody find one of those pictures of the like, you know, those artworks with like the Titans and then like a dude with a sword or a shield standing.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like it's very difficult to describe them, but like. You get what I mean.
I think
just put Airwalkers as the little guy trying to get a reverse sweep against Solary, 6-time world champions. Oh, Stuffed. That's unfortunate. Luckily, both teams only on 4 points. Nothing's going to end right here, right now, but Wizzy is going to have to try and limit the damage once again that Solary is going to do. Has got one overtake on Carl Jr. Pack a little far away unless a mistake is made to be able to get that next one. The inside line is good for Wizzy. In fact, he very nearly gets the overtake done. 1.6 tenths is the difference there. And Pack sets what would have been a world record if Stuffs hadn't beaten it in the second round.
And it means Solary move 1 point ahead again. It's up to 6-5, and Airwalkers are on life support, I think, at this point. An ace, at the very least, a win in this round, I think, necessary for them to have a chance.
I have already got a DM with that meme. Already got a DM on
That's
Discord.
pretty quick.
Thank you, Atlee. That's amazing. You know what? I'm VIPing Atlee for that. That's wild.
I mean,
That
send
is
it over.
insane.
I'll throw it up on stream after we finish the match.
I will do that. Hold on. How do I /VIP star Atlee? There you go. You get that for that one. Well done. Do you want the one that's Solary Airwalkers or the one that's Solary Stuffed? Yes, I got 2 variations.
You let me know. You
okay.
pick one.
Okay.
Carl Jr.
I'll just go
is
with
7
them
tenths behind at the moment. Pack does lead the way, and I said I do think you need at least a win here if you are Airwalkers to maybe have a chance on this map, and by extension, a chance in the match. Stuffed gets the awkward landing into the water, losing a bit of time. Carl Jr. is still a little bit far behind, but the backpack is on. Those straps aren't even straining as Pack will cruise to another first place and set a new world record by
You're
3 tenths of a second. That's
What?
nuts.
That is unreal. That's such a good time from Pack. Yeah. I mean, what if you set 3 world records and God said Pack? Honestly.
What if? Yeah. These memes are very portrait mode. We don't have great scenes to show that off. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, that's... yeah, well, oh well. Either way. My lord, like, that is just Pack.
Yeah.
We were waiting for something like that. Like, the amount of times we've seen Pack set just ridiculous world records without breaking a sweat. That's a morale breaker, completely. I mean, Stuffed, yes, is in first place right now, but I think Airwalkers are now starting to go, okay, I mean, there's not really much chance we take this back. Let's just go for it. Give everything we've got to the very end, and whether or not it's a win doesn't look likely whatsoever. But Stuffed is on a screamer right now.
Yeah. Is Pack cheating? Got a world record. Hasn't crashed the round yet. Maybe a
That is
VAR afterwards. Stuffed is going to potentially win the round.
My
Stuffed
lord,
is
wait.
going to win the round.
So
That is
close.
quick as
So
well.
close. Stuffed what?
God damn.
I mean, keep in mind, that is not a Grand League team setting that time.
that's
That is
just
like
Stuffed.
Pack setting a 0.5 is one thing. Stuff setting a 0.6 is an entirely other thing.
Yeah, like this is Pack, who at one point during stage 1 held like 6 of the 10, map records, and that Stuff's just getting within a tenth of
My
it there in this round. Incredible
God.
stuff, and it does mean Airwalkers move to track point, and an ace would be good enough
Yeah.
to move to the next map.
Yeah, the problem being that Wizzy really has not had an easy time of this one so far, has just not been as quick as Stuffed, and has not really been able to keep up with Pack and Carl Jr. in the same way. Definitely still setting similar times, it's just that Pack and Carl Jr. are so much more consistent that making one error when you're pushing this hard is a round ender for you.
Oh,
Now,
dear.
Wizzy, oh, there it is, just a little too far wide on the dirt, falls down by a second. It should be over here. Well, maybe not this round, but it should be over. At the very least, they're not getting
Hang
the
on.
ace. Oh, hold on a second. The round win might come through for them, though. 9-9 would be the scoreline. Another amazing time from Stuffed. I mean, consistently now setting 1 minute times, which is just wild.
Yeah.
Wizzy comes home to a 101.7, just about. And, well, 9-9 the scoreline. We are in overtime now, functionally.
It's tied. Next round win wins the map. And that
I mean,
means
just Airwalkers getting one map out of this would be just the
yeah.
I don't know, the message you send, right, is we set
good.
this many world records and we got a map against Solary when they got a 1 minute 0.5.
Yeah. Draws don't feel out of the question in this match either, though, so we
Oh,
could be
no.
in for a round or two more. But equally, I don't know. Anything could happen. At the moment, it is Stuffed in the lead. It's Pack just behind, but Wizzy, having a good round so far, is just behind Pack. Carl Jr., you got to remember the consistency is still there. Carl Jr. has been that player for Solary all year long. That is the job. Just set the consistent time and keep the pressure up on your opponents. Force them to beat you rather than losing yourselves.
Yeah. And it's good so far from Airwalkers, setting good times against Stuff's just a stalwart at the front, not letting Pack overtake, but Wizzy again makes a very small error there, and it just compounds itself into a bigger one. It looks like it is going to be the draw. Stuffed has made easily enough of a gap to get that one done, and almost a world record again. A 1.5 there. Oh my god, that's insane. That's less than 200ths from the world record.
God damn.
What is this game, man?
Damn. Stuffed and Pack have monstered this track. It is... World record has been utterly destroyed. And we are officially in overtime for the first time this World Championship. 10-10. Still the next team to win a round will win it. Who has it in their bag? Will either team make a mistake? Will it just come down to pace?
Yeah. And this one could go on for a while, honestly. The fact that Stuffed has just been so insanely good. Hasn't set a time better than Pack so far, but round on round, I mean, has absolutely blown Pack out of the water, quite literally. It's just been such a sight to behold, and obviously it will only take one round for Pack to overtake, but at the same time, Wizzy is now ahead of Carl Jr. If he can keep it through this dirt section, it could be good. This is fine. He plays it a lot more safely, and that works out for him. Now just needs to get the water section a little better here. Stuffed and Pack really battling up front, so every single 10th counts right here for Wizzy and for Stuffed. Stuffed is going to come home first. Oh, but the overtake is insane! Pack doesn't make it to the finish line, got pushed to the edge, and Airwalkers take map 4. We've got a game on our hands. Oh my lord.
Pack was pushing Stuffed because Pack saw Carl Jr. in last place and felt like, okay, maybe we need to get this overtake to force the draw to keep this match going. So Pack pushes and crashes, and Carl Jr. still manages to get the overtake done on Stuffed, which means that, on Wizzy, I should say, which means that Pack didn't need to be pushing that hard. It would have been a draw.
Oh, man.
And inadvertently hands the win over to Airwalkers.
This is insane. And now, look, here's the thing, right? You win a map in the middle of a series, it means not quite a lot. When you win that kind of map, maybe it's not going to affect the mental of Solary whatsoever, but it's definitely going to be a big boost for the mental of Airwalkers there. And they may just come into this next one. Look, set expectations low. This is going to be Solary's map pick, and it's possible they 12-0 them. It's possible. But
we've seen it before.
yeah, but look, for Airwalkers, the storyline is just there for the taking, and already what they have accomplished in this series so far is unreal.
Yeah.
If they can keep it up to the end, it would just be so good.
Yeah. It would be just incredibly impressive, but this is a very good start for the members of Solary, who sit first and second. Wizzy just behind, Stuffed with some errors, but not out of it totally. Less than a second behind the two leaders in this one. Those two leaders have the blue name tags on. Carl Jr. and Pack looking to start off another one of their map picks with the ace.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody now starting to question their loyalty to Solary. Look, you can't help but root for an underdog. It is such a cool thing to watch when these players are doing this. Notice how they got rid of the letters there. They did not want any of the... look, we could call it a little bit inconsistent, that wallbang, so fair enough on that one. But Wizzy now going for the overtake on Carl Jr. and Pack. Definitely within reach here, but can they maintain first and second place? He gets one overtake done, goes very inside, looking for more speed there. Pack will get that overtake done at the end, but Wizzy has set a screamer of a time to keep up with him. And the round win does go to Solary, but it is not an ace.
That's a good sign for Airwalkers, though. They are going to be able to give Solary a fight on this map, it looks like, because that was a small mistake from Stuffed early in the map, and still staying within 8/10 was, in fact, gaining on all three of the other drivers in the middle of the map. So it's very impressive. Do note, Carl Jr. and Pack both going for the outside line around that pole, so that's something they were doing during training. Whether or not it's actually faster, it has seemed to be pretty much even with the fact that, or with the line everyone else takes inside pole there. But by now, you can see that they have got a little bit of an advantage maybe over Stuffed as a result.
Yeah, for sure. But again, Stuffed was in third place for most of last round. Oh, sorry, Wizzy was in third place for most of the last round and got that overtake done at the end. Airwalkers, I think you can see a little shaky still. I think definitely nerves are playing a part at this point. Like, you know, you give your all for 4 straight maps, and now, you know, you're playing just not to get eliminated down out of this series. Stuffed kind of muscle memoried into a line that would have gone into the wall there, and then had to back out of it very quickly, but it's worked out. Now up into first position, a little less exit speed from that turn, but it's looking good so far. Just needs to keep it clean through this one and try and, at the very least, force the draw here. If there is no mistakes from those two, it's so clean from all of those three. My lord, we're half a tenth between the top three, but Stuffed again is going crazy setting that draw.
Just screenshot that scoreboard. That's your new Twitter banner for Stuffed right there. Carl Jr. and Pack both within half a second behind, as you said, a PB is pretty nuts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this whole series has been pretty nuts, let's be honest here. This is, oh man, it's a series, that's for sure. Twiggy. I don't know
there's only another, what, 6 hours of Trackmania to go?
Yeah, exactly.
There's like 8 more hours to go.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Don't laugh like that, man. You're backing out to watch a rugby, right?
You're goddamn right.
Oh my god. Either way, again, Pack and Carl Jr. very secure at the start of the map. It just seems to not even lose time. It's just a little slower towards the end. Stuffed again has given them, at the very least, a draw in this round. It's whether or not Wizzy can make up that 2/10 difference towards the end, and that's not the perfect turn. It's going to lose a little more time as he moves on through. Let's see. The identity is going to have to be clean, but again, it's going to come more down to this turn right here.
Yeah, it worked out well for Stuffed in the last round. Wizzy is very close behind. Could catch Pack on this one, but that would still mean Solary move a little bit further ahead. Wizzy wide around the outside. Good speed, but really needs to be careful on that turn. Carrying more speed than Pack, but it won't matter as both Carl Jr. and Pack cross the line ahead of Wizzy. It's Solary with an ace. It's Airwalkers looking to fight from a large deficit.
Yeah, and man, Solary are just getting closer and closer to setting a world record on this map as well. Carl Jr. and Pack, I mean, within half a tenth of each other, and only 2/10, well, less than 2/10 away. Wait, no, less than 3/10. Sorry, yes, 2/10 away from the world record there as well. It's getting to that point where, I mean, Solary, we knew we're going to close out this series as soon as we saw like the second map, but. It has just been insane seeing how good they are on each map, especially considering what we saw yesterday, you know? Maybe it was just first time kind of playing it competitively jitters or something. Not that I feel like Carl Jr. and Pack really have jitters in this game anymore, but, you know, kind of it took a little to warm up into it, or maybe it was just a lack of practice and they just feel a lot more comfortable now, but they look difficult to beat. Yeah.
There's an element of it as well where I think GXP, you know, one of the maps they won on was backflip, and I think Airwalkers are just in a situation where they're not a team that is likely to ever pick backflip, right? That's not where they're going to focus their attention.
Yeah, no.
They're a little bit more like Solary in terms of play style and kind of map preferences, and that's a little bit unfortunate because if you're very similar to another team in terms of what you want to play, it is just going to come down to who executes better.
That's so unlucky.
On the day for these two teams, Solary are the team that have just executed a hair better. Not much, but enough to be up 3-1 in maps. Enough, it looks like, after this round to be up 9-2 on Cosmos and looking to close this out with just a single point in any round.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, a PB from Pack, getting closer and closer now. Hit the 113.0. Now within, actually, 2/10 of the world record here. Obviously, Gwen has already set an amazing time, and I'm not expecting that to be beaten anytime soon, but if there's anyone that can do it, Pack is Pack is definitely the dude to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Multiple aces in a row for Airwalkers. Let's go. I mean...
Yeah?
At least one.
Possible.
Surely. Just to make things interesting here. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, most rounds one of them has made a mistake, and still, a lot of them... They've made an overtake.
And still, they've managed to get 2 whole points.
I mean, against Solary, that's a pretty decent... You know, that's pretty decent. You got to keep in mind, the routes from both of these teams... Unbelievably. Like, I mean, Solary just kind of turned up, you know? They got a bite at this stage of the tournament. They have not had to play a single game. Airwalkers have grinded their way through into this.
Yeah, they really have. And it's... shown in the performance, it's shown in the determination in this match. They are used to the grind. They've been on it all match long. Unfortunately for them, Solary look to be the team getting locked in. The first team confirmed going to Montpellier, going to a World Championship LAN in 2023. Pack will pick up second place, and that is it. Solary confirmed they will be looking to add one more World Championship title between them.
I mean, look, what a series. Despite the fact it was a 4-1, what an amazing series. Airwalkers are a real underdog to mess with here. I mean, there are going to be a lot of teams that are going to find them unbelievably difficult to beat. GXP definitely included. And yeah, despite the fact Solary are Solary, that was such a pleasure.